making fresh pasta from scratch, and that's going to be our bed for our chicken marsala dish that we're going to make tonight. So here's what you'll need: 2 1/4 cups of flour. You're going to put that in a bowl. You're going to add a healthy pinch of freshly ground nutmeg. Half a teaspoon of ground sea salt. You're going to mix all that up together. Now you can use a hand mixer to make your pasta dough, but we're going to do it by hand. Alright, that's pretty good. So you're going to dump that out on your cutting board here. And you're going to make a mound with it. And you're going to make a hole in the center, like a little volcano, because you're going to have to put your eggs in there. Just like that. Alright. So next you're going to put 3 large eggs in the center. Then, once you get those in there, you're going to drizzle 1 tablespoon of olive oil into the center. What you're going to do next, you take a fork and you're going to break the yolks. Now this is going to get messy and it is going to go everywhere. So all you got to do is just try to keep it all on the cutting board and keep it corralled. Alright, perfect. Then you're going to start pulling the flour into the eggs in the center, and it is going to go everywhere. And you're going to mush this all together. Just keep it on the cutting board there. It'll take 5 or 10 minutes to get it into a big dough ball. You're going to mash that all together. You're just going to keep working it with your hands until it gets good and doughy. So now it's a bad idea to sprinkle a little flour on your cutting board before you put everything on here as well, just to keep it from sticking. But this one's not too bad, so. This is only the second time I've made homemade pasta, but it turned out so good the first time that we're really excited. So I'm not a professional or a chef by any stretch of the imaginations, but fresh pasta is pretty easy. It's basically a little oil, a little salt, nutmeg, a couple eggs, and some flour. Nothing complicated. working that until it gets good and consistent. That'll give you about a pound of pasta once you get it all cut up and set up. Okay, so our dough ball's looking pretty good. With the palms of your hands, you're going to flatten it out, and you're going to push it and work it away from you. By doing this, it's going to get a nice, and then you're going to fold it over and keep doing it. This is going to give it a really nice, silky, smooth texture. Once you have that, then you're going to roll it up into a ball. You're not going to use up all the flour on the cutting board either, so that's okay. Flatten it out, push it away from you, fold it back over. Keep doing that until it gets nice and silky smooth, like cookie dough. And once you get the consistency you want, you're going to roll it back up into a ball. That looks pretty good. And you're going to wrap it in saran wrap. You're going to let it sit for about 30 minutes before we're going to flatten it out and start cutting noodles. So you take your saran wrap, you're just going to wrap it up in that. And you're going to let this sit on your counter at room temperature for about half an hour. And then we'll start pounding it out, rolling it, and run it through the pasta cutter. There we go. 1 pound of pasta dough, ready to go. We'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, now it's time to cut the pasta. First thing we're going to do is sprinkle a little flour on the work surface. So nothing sticks. We're going to take our pasta ball. We're going to cut it into four pieces. We're going to do a quarter at a time. We're going to take this, we're going to pound it and roll it until it's roughly in the shape of an oval, about 4 inches by 3 inches. Make sure there's a little bit of flour on each side, and on the widest setting, we're going to roll it through the roll. Then we're going to take it and we're going to fold it up like a business letter. We're going to pound it and roll it again. times until it's nice and smooth. Now what we're going to do is we're going to keep doing the three-fold like a business letter. Keep rolling it out, but we're going to adjust the pasta cutter down to the next seg so that it makes it thinner. We're going to run it through each thinner setting twice until we get the thickness that we want for whatever kind of noodle we're cooking. In this case, we're making fettuccine. Looks really good. So next, now we're going to cut the noodles. Take this little nest of noodles and you're going to set it on your pan. Make sure there's flour on that too so it doesn't stick. Actually looks pretty good. So we're going to do that 3 more times with the other parts of the dough. And we're going to cover this with saran wrap and let it sit for about an hour before we cook it. Here we have our 4 servings of linguine.